First of all, my name's Krish, and I help young men improve their mental health. Just quickly, the top link in the description is just my one-to-one coaching if you are interested. So when I was trying to quit my addictions and when I was trying to improve my mental health, I made a shit ton of mistakes and I relapsed so many times. The first one that I had to quit was video games at the time. So I remember this very day. I remember I was sitting down in the kitchen. I was eating I don't know, fucking chicken nuggets or some shit. And my brother comes up to me. He sits down next to me and he's like, dude, what are you doing, bro? I'm just like, I'm just eating chicken nuggets. What do you want? He's like, no. What are you doing with your life? And at the time I was jerking. I was watching porn 3 times a day. I was playing video games for 16 hours a day. If it was a weekday and I had school and shit, I'd probably play more like 8. And so the thing is that my family saw me every single day play games. They saw me every single day. Well, no, maybe not watching porn and whatnot. I deliberately try to hide that from them. You know what I mean? But they saw me every single day just staring at the computer screen, sitting down on the couch, and not leaving that room for the whole day, unless it was to eat food or to take a piss or whatever. Actually, no, you know what? Not even to take a piss, because I remember several times, I'd be playing the game and I could pause it. I could legitimately pause the game and go take a piss, but no. I didn't want to have that boring feeling of sitting down on the toilet and just peeing. I know what I said might just sound really, really weird, but I used to just hold it until I genuinely couldn't even hold it anymore. I could have just paused the game just like that and gone, but no, I didn't want to do anything except jerk off, play games. That's it. What I also used to do was I used to also have my phone next to me, on the couch whilst I was playing games, and just watch other people play the same game that I was playing. That's a common practice amongst gamers these days, is that they just they grab their phone, they put it next to them, they put on some random video, and they're diverting their attention between 2 things. They keep flipping between the game and the phone. So when I checked the screen time at the end of the day, it was 14, 15 hours of screen time. Fucking brutal, bro. And so anyway, when my brother came, sit next to me whilst I was eating whatever, some random, yeah, it was probably chicken nuggets. I'm not gonna lie. He sat down next to me. He's like, dude, what are you doing with your life? And I was like, dude, no, I don't know what you mean. And he was like, bro, I see you every single day playing games. I see you every single day just glued to the computer screen. I see you every single day doing that. He's like, this is unacceptable. You can't be doing this. And bro, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful that he was there. Because after that moment, I think it was around late 2021, or yeah, late 2021. After that moment, that's when I finally, I guess that's when the whole mental health, personal development thing started. And so up until that point, I'd been so addicted to everything, or at least the modern addictions, right? Porn and video games and phone and junk food, stuff like that. And then my brother came in and he got me into the gym at the time, so we just did these home workouts where it was 5 exercises at our house, because we couldn't go to the gym because all the gyms were closed. And also I didn't want to, right? Again, because I just wanted to play games. I just wanted to play fucking, I don't know, Call of Duty Warzone. And he gave me some tips to try and quit video games. And interestingly, that that was the first addiction that I had to quit. And that was actually the first addiction that I did quit. And so it was probably one of the hardest, because that was the one that I was so invested in at the time. And so we tried to gradually lower it every single day. We tried that. We tried progressive deloading when it comes to video games. And I think actually that actually work for a lot of people. But for me, what worked was not just doing that, because when I just did that and I didn't do anything else, there's an interesting thing, right? I got bored, because the main thing that I used to do every single day was play games. So I got bored, and I would sit on my phone and I'd scroll useless Instagram and TikTok and I don't know, fucking YouTube. I don't even know if YouTube Shorts came out at that time. But interesting thing is that I keep finding myself going back to the game. Then my brother would come up to me like, bro, what are you doing? You play for too long. I'm like, all right, fine. Log off the game, basically just dick around the house, right? Maybe jerk off, and then go back to the game. And so when I started to like take, or when my brother basically just forced me to work out, I actually gained some strength. Like, you know, those like resistance bands. I remember the yellow one, like the yellow one was like the lightest one. It was like the thinnest, like the thin one, right? Light as fuck, like maybe like 5, 10 pounds of resistance. I remember doing that for like shoulder press. So we would like, resistance band is basically just like a circle. And so we would we would grab the resistance band in our hands. We would step on like the bottom of it like that. We, we'd have it up here like this, and then we would just shoulder press it up. And he was using like, you know, I think he was using like the purple band, which is like pretty heavy, or at least I thought at the time, right? It was like pretty heavy. I was like, yeah, he was pretty strong. You know, he'd been training for a lot longer than I have. And then, you know, he was also using like the green band for like squats, and he would have like a 40-pound backpack or something like that. So he was like, I thought he'd be like strong as fuck. And so I was sitting there, or not sitting there, I was standing there doing overhead press with a yellow band, and I barely could get like a couple reps. But then I finally started to see progress. I finally started to like get just a little bit stronger, and so instead of doing a yellow band, I leveled up to the red band. And the red band was like, it was significantly more resistance than the yellow band. So I was actually proud of that. So I was like, oh shit, I just got stronger. Like this is actually like, this is great. Like, yeah, you know, the workouts are hard to warm up, but like afterwards I feel fucking amazing. And so that started to become my new obsession. I started to play video games less and less and less until eventually he left. He left for college. So then freshman year of high school started, and I promised him like, yeah, like he's told me like, you know, you're making really good progress. You should keep doing this. You should keep working out. I'm like, yeah, I totally will. And I genuinely wanted to. I genuinely really wanted to. And so guess what I did? After he left, I did one workout, and then I stopped. Just completely stopped and completely went back to my old habits. And then it was only when like we were in like a gym class in school where they actually like taught us how to work out. And that's when, again, I guess you could say like spark for basically just like lifting got ignited again. And then that really became my new obsession. Then I started buying like, you know, benches and dumbbells and stuff like that. And then I started to get into like the whole personal development rabbit hole, right? The interesting thing is that when I made progress during that, I replaced it with something else. I replaced video games with basically just the gym, because it was something else to make progress, and I could get bigger and stronger and faster, and more flexible, and have, you know, like more endurance and whatnot. Basically the same things that we level up in games, we can just do the same shit in real life. And so that was the first addiction I had to quit. The second one that really, really gave me a lot of trouble, and I guess like one of the last ones you could say, or not the last one, but one that really did give me a lot of trouble as well. There's two addictions left, right? You know, there's like porn addiction, and also like I guess you would say like phone addiction to your phone, basically like technology. Porn took me a long time to quit, so fucking long. But the interesting thing is that when I actually quit porn, and you know, like I have previous videos on this, like, you know, like quitting porn and whatnot. When I quit it, up until that point, I had quit most of my addictions, and so, you know, I should have felt pretty good. I should have felt better, but I still had one addiction in my life. One addiction that was capping my potential. One addiction that was just my phone. And so, I guess like the lesson from this video is that when I wanted to improve my mental health, when I wanted to fully improve my mental health, I had to quit everything. Everything. Because if you even have one thing, even one addiction, even if it's just as simple as something like spending too much time on your phone, I promise you, it will fuck with your mental health. Trust me when I say that. You can't keep any of these addictions in your life. Now, you could say like balance and shit, like, oh no, but playing 1 hour of video, like, if you can play 1 hour of video games or 2 hours of video games a couple times a week, and like actually have that balance and still, you know, work out and still do all the good habits, and you can play 1 hour of video games or 2 hours of video games and do that, fantastic. Go for it. More power to you, actually. But chances are, if you're like me, you used to play 8 hours a day on a weekday and 16 hours on a weekend. You used to watch porn 3 times a day. If you're anything like me and you just related to what I just said, then you're gonna have to go extreme with this. And so I'm an extreme guy. I'm genuinely an extreme guy, because I went to extreme lows, and now I'm at the point where I don't have any addictions. So I guess the lesson from this is that even keeping one addiction in your life will fuck with your mental health. You might think balance, but if you're anything like me, you can't live that sort of balanced lifestyle of having addictions in your life. So Hope this video helped you. Again, top link in the description. Here's my one-to-one coaching if you are interested. So, hope this video helped you. Take care.